Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another KIKIN Reviews, the only review you have to watch before going to a movie. This movie was bound to be controversial from the moment it was announced. And to be fair, from what I've seen, this movie is controversial. This movie is controversial for a reason that I just didn't expect, right? It's not because this movie is a far-right movie or a far-left movie. It's just something that I did not see coming at all. With that being said, let's get right into reviewing. Taking place during a civil war between the Western forces and the rest of the United States, a group of journalists make their way through a war-ridden America to get a final interview with the President of the United States. This movie isn't about the Civil War. This movie chooses to focus more on the horrors that can be caused by a war like this. If you go into this movie expecting for your political ideals to be reinforced, you're gonna be disappointed, and that's simply just because this movie isn't about that. This movie is easily one of the most intense movies I've ever seen in a theater. That's not really saying much since I only recently started going to the movies a lot, but it was still fucking crazy. Any scene that there's a shootout happening, any scene with a gun for that matter, sometimes it just felt like whenever there was a gunshot like heard in the movie, it felt like that gun was like shot right next to my ear. It was fucking crazy. Honestly, I would say that this movie is probably one of the scariest ones I've seen this year. Something that really helped add to the intensity of the film was that you're not told who's who. You're not told who's winning the war. You're not told who this guy is that's shooting at this other guy who you don't know either. You're kind of just sat down on this ride and they let you enjoy it. The thing I liked about this is that it helps portray the message of the film. This message being that it doesn't really matter what side you're on in a war. In the end, you're just shooting another human being and committing acts of war. So the side you're on doesn't really make a difference. I thought it was a great choice to have Texas and California be allied up and create the Western forces. We all know that Texas is a Republican state and that California is a more democratic state. So if you were to interpret who the Western forces are meant to be, you can't simply say, oh, it's a Republican war or oh, it's a Democratic war, you know, because they just have different political ideals. This choice is also reinforced because Texas and California are one of the wealthiest states in all of America. So if they were to just put their differences aside, a conflict like this could happen. Something that I noticed early on was that after an intense sequence, they play this soothing, chill song. I thought it was a one and done kind of thing, but after multiple intense sequences and multiple soothing songs that follow after, I feel like they did this purposefully so that they can like calm your nerves and you can enjoy the movie afterwards. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into it. I hope I'm not, because I really enjoyed that. The relationship between Lee, played by Kirsten Dunst, and Jesse, played by Kaylee Spaney, had my jaw drop by the end of the movie. To wrap this up, I really want to talk about Joel. He was pretty charismatic and I really liked him, but he did have some scenes where I was just like, dude, what is this guy doing? He kind of creeped me out a bit. So I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the dude. Civil War is a tough watch in the best way possible. It serves as a glimpse to the horrors that a war can bring, but I can understand why people were left wanting more from the story. Personally, I give it an 8 out of 10. I went into this movie only knowing what the trailers had shown, so I didn't have that many expectations. So I kind of left liking this movie a lot and I would watch it again. But what certification does it get? This movie is probably one of the most divisive ones I've seen in a while. There's a 50-50 chance you're gonna like it, so I can't give it the blockbuster certification. Because of this 50-50 chance, I can't really give it the cult classic certification either, because I feel like there's gonna be more than just a group of people that enjoy this film. Putting all these factors into consideration, I think I have to debut a new one. So Civil War gets a risky watch certification. I personally enjoyed this movie, but I can't really recommend you get out of your house and go watch this movie like right this instance. What I can recommend is that you do a little bit of research, see if it piques your interest. If it does, go watch it. If it doesn't, well, it's fine if you sit this one out. That's all I gotta say for this one. Leave a comment down below of what you thought of Civil War. Leave another comment down below for other movies you want to see me review. Leave another comment down below for other things you want to see me improve on. You know, click that little like button, click that little subscribe button, and other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one.